Welcome back. Now that we have our project portfolio, what we want to be able to do is drill down to a selected project. In order to do this, we want to create a new SmartView web part that we will call project.selected. Again, add our description, then select the module, select the data source, which for this web part is from our project list. Now we don't want every column from our project database to be viewed, so we can quickly select just the columns that are important to us. We will grab project title, PM name, scope, start and finish date, and budget amount. We will choose a different view this time called Layout, which turns column data into row data. We simply select the data source, give this layout view a name, and then provide a condition because we only want the project data from the project we select. We will set up a parameter called project ID, and then save. Now, like before, let's add this web part to a solution page. Before we view our solution, we do need to create a link between the home page and the selected report to the project detail page. Let's go back to the project portfolio page and edit that web part we created earlier. We can create a link from a variable we are displaying to pass information to the project detail page. Let's select the project title variable, then choose the link function, and identify the URL we want to link to. This opens a page that gives you access to all the variables for your solution. This includes the pages we created, so here is the project detail page, which we called project.workspace. The URL here is asking for the project ID, which I can simply grab from the data column to insert the appropriate variable into the URL. Now we save, refresh our page. When we now click on a project name, it links directly to the project detail with the data we selected to view for that project. Now let's make this detail view more complete by including all of the expenses below the data we currently see. So let's add another SmartView web part called project.expenses. Add our documentation, assign it to a module or category, and then select our data source. And now we're going to choose another view called a data grid. Let's choose our fields for the data grid: expense title, date created, edit its formatting, created by, and let's update the field label to be more meaningful, the category, the amount, and the status. Let's add a total expense amount at the bottom of the data grid. For this web part, let's add a filter, as we only want expenses related to this project, so we can add the same parameter we used before for project ID. While we are here, let's set up our menu labels to give them more relevant titles. We can also edit the permissions for the menu items, and then save. And now let's add our new web part to the page. Once we refresh the screen, we can see the expenses and the total under the project detail.